What's good, YouTube land? That Weird Collector here. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to a buddy of mine, good old Age Mulder, because he actually opened a retail toy shop recently slash stand at a thing. It's called the Robot Scrapyard, and I wanted to just give them a shout out because with these trying times and the pandemic and everything, a lot of businesses are closing. It takes a lot of balls to actually open a new one. So, good job on you. If you're ever in Perth, I'll put the links in the link to something in the description. But if you're ever in Perth, Ontario, go check them out. God, I'd love to, but I can't make it there. Oh well. And now, with that out of the way, let's get on to the actual review, shall we? And Earthrise, I'm not done with you yet. Or is it Earthrise isn't done with me? Because right now, we have a duo of black and red Decepticon chumps who were, at one point, American Target exclusives. First up, it's Runabout. Ooh, excuse me. So you got a nice picture of Runabout pointing one of his guns. And on the top, good old Earthrise picture on the side. And there's some obligatory product shots on the back of the box. Let's just get out his his thing, which this thing has nothing on it. Or it has something that's basically almost nothing. But yes, here we have the long-awaited black version. So, first off, gotta do it right away. Here's the two of them together, and they look good together. Happy to have the two of them. They're not exactly 100% remakes. They are repaints. Runabout does have a different head. That's about, besides the colors and the weapon, that's about the only difference between these two. And that's literally, there's almost nothing different between them personality-wise either. Because they don't really have much in the resemblance of a personality. They're apparently both idiots, only this one's calm, this one's angry. They both love destruction. That's about all you get for Runabout. But let's remove the guns and actually get a good look at his head. It is a new mold. I like the silver paint, although his eyes don't really pop out as much as Runamuck's do, unfortunately. But his head is a new-ish mold. It's got spikier bits. It's got more lines on it and things. And the big thing is the color scheme. He's black and red. And it looks nice. Convenient that I wore... this isn't Runabout, but it basically... no. But other than that, there's... What else do I say? I pretty much said everything in this guy's review, so I could just say, go watch that review. I could just go word for word and say he's the black one of this, but I guess you want a bit more than that. I wish I had more. I'm trying to think of good jokes. I don't want to give you guys the Runabout, but but I feel like I am running amok with this review basically as just an excuse, as a number filler, because we're very close to number 400, and I have my own little plan for that. But as a toy, I guess if people haven't seen this guy, he's a solid Decepticon car former who's not a combiner, which there are very few of, at least in Generation 1 continuity. So, yeah, the car thing is much more Autobots. So, the very few Decepticon cars, basically, I'll take what I can get. I do like the color scheme. The translucent red pops out a lot. I wish it were more on the legs, because you only really have those stripes right there to represent the red and the rest of his body. And now that I actually know what this guy looks like, because I didn't know before the review, I wish he had orange on him. Because every other version of this guy in toy form, mind you, there have only been 2 other versions, the Generation 1 version and a Thrilling 30 repaint of Wheeljack, have the orange. Like, the white is supposedly more cartoon accurate and being solid white, but a little bit of orange would have been nice. This guy has the same things. I wish the backpack plugged in some point. He does have quite a bit of detail on his shins, along with nice, big, kind of ugly stompers. And I feel like I've said everything I could about this mold. Posability-wise, his head is on a ball joint. You can get nice range if you want. If you want further access, you can tilt the backpack back so you can get side, a little bit of bobble, a little bit of nod, good all-around range. Shoulders, go full 360. Although for some reason this one's a bit stiff, and actually it popped out of the joint the first time I moved it, which was like a whoa, I didn't expect that kind of moment. You get your bicep. Do. God, what song? Make me. Thanks for making me a fire. Oh yeah, that song. Because I was listening. I had that. My dojo had that on earlier while I was training. So yeah, bicep swivel, elbow. He does the same thing with the tiny amount of car mode on the backs of his arms. No wrist swivel due to transformation. Just still annoying. We're still getting that thing in Kingdom, and it's still annoying. Waist, very nice. Hips can go forward quite a ways. Can kick incredibly high. And unfortunately, they can't go back too far. Only really that far. Because things collide with things. Ugh. That hip is a bit loose, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a tiny bit unfortunate. But besides that, he can do a full split. He does have your standard thigh swivel, 90-degree knee, which you can de-transform if you want a bit more bend out of it. I guess it should be a way the camera can actually see. And you do get a bit of ankle tilt, a tiny bit of not really forward because the transformation does go backwards, and you get a bit of a forward tilt on the heel spur. But yeah, he's still just a solid toy. No real mold degradation yet. That hip is unfortunate, but it's not like I'm going to be posing him like that a lot. He's most likely just going to stand there next to his white his vanilla brother. I don't even know if they're actually brothers. They're a team, but I don't know if they're like. I'll just consider them brothers. So I guess the only other interesting thing is the guns, because he comes with one of Runamuck's gun. Well, actually, one of his guns is Runamuck's gun. Which one is it? Oh, nope, 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 nope. So these two are the same mold, just for Runabout it was painted red, and even fully painted. So he also comes with a gun that's more based off his gun. So his his rifle, and due to their 3mm peg and 5mm sections, they can human centipede or gun centipede, I guess. And since it's the same mold, you can do the triple rifle, or the trifle. Although it does look very awkward. Like centipede is an unfortunate but correct term, because they just look like they don't look like one proper gun. They look like three guns butt fucking each other. I'm just gonna say. And I like to peg them into the shoulders, because it's G1 toy accurate, and it's honestly the best look for when you have it's like either his hands or his shoulders. I don't really like you. Obviously, the double is okay, but like I don't know. I prefer a bit of symmetry. So if he has two guns, I want to make it look like he has two guns. And obviously, if I didn't mention it in the Run Amok review, you can do sort of a G1-esque short-legged mode. Sort of, although it is playing into the transformation, but you can sort of do that, very reminiscent of his original Battle Charger self. So I guess let's get on with the transformation. So rotate the waist, since I've already done one step. Close the feet up. Make sure everything is snapped in tightly. There you go. Fold the hands. I will remove the guns. And you can take the arm, rotate the panel. Apparently I didn't fold the arm in enough. Fold the faux car roof chest panel. Fold his head in. I do like that as a transformation step. As a head hide, I'm a fan of that move. So fold. It is a bit awkward with a black shirt and a black toy, but we'll make it work. Oh, right. You have to unpeg his chest panel. And we'll bring it down. It'll clip in, or tab in, supposedly right there. But peg the arm. Same thing. And if this panel is down, which it was, tab it in. Oh, and take the wheels that are back there, the actual wheels, and then that feels one thing about this guy versus Run Amok is this guy feels like he's harder to tab in solidly. Like, yeah, he's solid now, but like at first trying to fiddle with everything, it felt a bit more awkward. So let's, for the sake of it, just do Run Amok. Let's run amok in this bitch. Do. Mm, 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 mm. You've got the touch. You got the power. Now hell's breaking. You'll be right in the eye of the storm. Why am I suddenly singing the touch? Why did I decide to start singing that song? Transformers, but that was out of sort of nowhere. Uh, hmm. There we go. One process that took a bit too long, and we've got a pair of cars. Now this car mode, I don't think I got it before, is supposed to be a Lotus Turbo E-Spirit. And it looks, I'm going to be honest, a heck of a lot better in black. At least in this case, because it's hard. The panels, I think, are blended in a bit better. The black actually looks more consistent. It doesn't look like a horribly different shade. Although this is still, when you feel it's got a matte finish. So it is technically a different shade because it's on matte plastic, but it doesn't look it to the, it's harder to tell what's the matte and what's glossy as opposed to, that right there. The camera actually, so that I like. And the friggin' blood red translucent windscreen and windows are a very nice touch. But other than that, yep, it's the same car mode again. I like the wheels because they actually pop a hell of a lot more. Like the white rims against the black. That's definitely a highlight of this version of it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, again, it can form some sort of colossal foot for some imaginary Decepticon combiner. So now we properly have a pair of battle charger feet. So Redicons, make it happen. And for gimmick, I didn't even mention the 3mm pegs he has on his shoulder. And I swear he had more. But that's the only, yep, here we go. He's wanting to unpeg himself. Yeah. I like this car, but it doesn't scream sports car to me. For some reason, it's a fancy car for sure, but this is not the kind of car I think of when I think of sports car. This does not seem sleek and speedy to me. It seems like, honestly, just a standard car. If that makes any sense. It seems like just a car you'd see on the streets, really. Not in this really Knight Rider-esque deco. This car shape just screams like generic car for some reason to me. And as expected, you can plunk the two guns on top, which I wish they had, I don't know, maybe made two different ports on the sides or something, because I don't really, again, don't like just sticking the guns together and pegging them into something. I wish they each had their own place. I don't even know if I showed this forced battle mode on run amok, but there you go. Yeah, the white with gold, like the gold here, says sports car more to me than the black and red. Although the shape still doesn't. But overall, I think it is a solid Transformer. It's nice to see these characters again in an official main line, not like actually made by Hasbro and Takara instead of a BotCon or something like that. So it's nice to have them back. Although they're not really game changers, they're just like a solid wave filler, so to speak. Like they're nice, but I don't think they're really mind blowing in any way. But still, I recommend them if you're looking to add, like definitely for a car, like for your G1 Decepticon team to have some more car formers. They're recommended, but like I don't know. I think they're honestly probably better ones to get. That's not fair to say that, but they're good. They're not great. They're not like Grail worthy kind of things. And I don't know if anybody expected them to be, but it's like these characters are so rarely seen that it's honestly just nice to have them on the team again. So this has been the Battle Chargers. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, keep it weird. Bye. These guys were much more prevalent in the comics, so I've heard, than actual proper toy lines. That was not a good sound that just... Oh, bye-bye.